Today we're going to do a prenatal recovery session together. Let's start by connecting our hands in Namaste to the center of our chest. And let's take a deep breath in together. And release the breath with an ah. Now let's connect our hands to Namaste in the center of our chest. And set an intention for our practice today. You can also place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly, taking healing breaths into the body and big release exhalations. Sending healing energy to yourself as a new mother and nurturer. And sending healing energy to your newfound motherhood scars, emotional trauma, if any. Breathing in balance, exhaling the chaos. Now let's take a deep breath in together, rising your hands up to your sides. And as you exhale, stretch and lean into a lateral stretch. Breathing the arms up and floating over to the other side. Really releasing and stretching through the ribs. And along the length of the sides of your spine. Taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, rocking from side to side. Now you can also bring some movements into the wrists. Just by making some rounding movements, really stretching through the fingers, the palms and the back of the hands. Because your wrists can get quite stiff once you start holding your baby and breastfeeding for hours a day. Okay, just keep bringing movement, circling your wrist to the one side and then the other. Enjoying that stretch as it reaches through your hand, forearm, upper arm. Feel the movement through the shoulder blades and your entire spine. Great. From here we're going to breathe our hands down. And we're going to take a few rolls through the shoulders. Inhale, pull the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, release your shoulders down your back and away from your ears. Rolling them up through the front. Exhale, down the back. You can really exaggerate this movement, encouraging full mobility through your shoulders. Now let's squeeze our shoulder blades into our spine, pull them down the spine, and strengthen them here for 3 breaths. From here you can breathe your palms up. Your elbows are going to be tucked into the sides of your body. And I want you to think about that muscle at the back of the arm. Squeeze it as you exhale and feel your palms move open. Inhale forward, exhale, squeeze the muscles right behind the shoulder. And inhale forward. Now I want you to keep your elbows firmly tucked into the rib cage. Good. From here we're going to breathe our arms down again. Roll our shoulders into our spine. And again, just hold that position for 3 to 5 breaths. Finding stability and strength. One more deep breath in. And exhale, release. From here, we breathe our hands up like a cactus at a 90-degree angle, elbow shoulder height, hands in line with our elbow. And again, I want you to bring your focus to your shoulder blades. And as you exhale, you're going to pull your elbows down by activating those muscles around your shoulder blades, sliding your shoulder blades in and down your spine with exhalations. Inhale up, exhale the hands down. Make sure those hands stay in line with your elbows. You can do this 10 to 20 times. Good. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Now let's swing our legs around. And we're going to lengthen those legs out in front of us and pull the right knee into the chest. And then drop our right knee down towards the floor, like a seated tree pose. Inhaling our arms up. We're going to exhale over that bent leg and come into a gentle twist. Now once you get in your twist, I want you to take another breath in, lengthen the spine. Exhale, squeeze that belly button into your spine and twist a little bit more. Now we're going to pull that knee back into the chest. We're going to breathe up with our left arm, cross it over that right knee. Then we're going to inhale again, lengthen the spine, exhale into a deeper twist. Now if you had a C-section, you can do option 1 again, okay? I don't want you to strain that scar. So listen to your body. If it hurts, modify. Good. Take one more deep breath in, lengthening the spine. Exhale, squeezing the belly button into the spine. And twisting your abdomen into your thigh. Very good. Now let's release that leg. And we start moving to the other side. Pulling the left leg into a tree pose. Breathing the hands up, exhaling into a gentle twist. This is the perfect option for those C-section patients. Just enjoying a gentle movement from the base of the spine, through the mid-back and the chest. Very good. Take one more deep breath in. One more exhalation. Breathe that knee into the chest. Breathe up through the right arm, crossing the right arm over the left knee. Inhale once more to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist the abdomen into that thigh. And please be kind to your body. This is a recovery workout. So if you need to repeat the first modification, just do that. You can always move on to a deeper twist at a later stage in your practice. Great. Now from here, we're going to bend both knees. You can hold on to your hamstrings and slowly roll down through your spine, supporting yourself if you need to. Pull your knees closer to your hip line. You can bring your knees together. And we're going to start doing hip tilts. This is a good way to strengthen the lower pelvic floor. As you inhale, you could slightly arch that lower spine. But as you exhale, I want you to really push that lower spine into the floor. Then pull your belly button in and up the spine. And just feel your distance between your hip line and your rib cage getting a little bit shorter. So we're not lifting the hips off of the floor yet. We're rather applying a little bit more pressure into the earth. And then we inhale and we release. And exhale, squeezing, bringing your hips slightly closer to the ribs. And keep squeezing your knees and your thighs together to really feel that lower pelvic floor activate. Good, and release. Deep breath in. And you can exhale almost like you're blowing out through a straw with your mouth. Good, and inhale. And repeat this at least 8 to 10 times. This way we can successfully activate the LPF, the lower pelvic floor, before we continue with our recovery and our repair work. Very good. If you're struggling to connect to the feeling of your lower pelvic floor, you can always take a small towel, roll it up, place it right in between your thighs, and keep squeezing it while you do this exercise. Great, let's do one more. And from there, we're going to go into an exercise that can repair your diastasis recti, if that had happened to you. If not, it's still a great way to strengthen your abs. We're going to come onto our tippy toes, and as you inhale, I want you to breathe your knees down into a butterfly position. Now remember to always keep your lower back on the floor. As you exhale forcefully through your mouth, I want you to push your belly button in and move it up the spine and feel your knees move in towards each other. Good. As you reach the top, you're going to give those knees a nice squeeze, and you're going to inhale them back down. Good. You're going to exhale and feel those legs close. Squeeze it, and then inhale them back down. Now what we're doing here is that we're almost closing our abs like a book. So that visualization really helps me when I imagine my abs unfolding like a book that's opening. And as I exhale, I want to breathe that book closed and squeeze it tight and hold it there, feeling my lower pelvic floor lifting all my internal organs and feeling my abs closing again towards that line of diastasis recti. And yes, it happened to me too, twice in fact, and I very successfully repaired it. So you can do it too, and this is a very, very safe way to do so. Great. Now let's move on to the next exercise, leg slides. Leg slides may be very easy for you, especially if you had a natural delivery. So start by moving your feet on the floor. As you inhale, you move your toes away from the body. You can wear socks if it makes it easier for you to slide them. And as you exhale, you want to pull that leg back up to your hip line. Inhale the leg out, and remember that lower back always stays on the floor. And exhale the leg back up. Now if leg slides feels very easy for you, you can start breathing the knee up and then exhaling the entire leg down. Okay, so that's your next step. Breathing that leg in and out. As you inhale, you want to reach the toes away from the body. As you exhale, you want to pull that knee back into the body, always keeping that lower back on the floor. So work with your own level, listen to your body, and if it hurts, do not do it. We are recovering the body. Good, now let's move to the other side. Maybe start with a few leg slides just to activate the right muscles. As you inhale, slide that foot far away from the body, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, I really want you to drag that foot closer to the body again. Inhale, sliding that foot out. Take your time with your full exhalation. Drag that foot back in. And if you need to and if you want to, you can start going one level up. Good, exhaling the knee into the chest. Inhale, stretch that leg out towards the floor. Don't touch the floor though. Keep it right above the floor. Exhale, pull that leg in. Inhale, stretch that leg out. It's like an elastic rubber band. Good, exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, stretch that leg out. Good, you can do this 10 to 15 times. And if you can only do it 5 times today, that's perfect. Tomorrow you can do it 6 times. The day after you can do it 7 times. You will get stronger. Now we are going to roll in and out of a bridge pose. All right, so I want you to keep your legs hip distance apart. As you exhale, I want you to scoop your tailbone up, lift the hips, keep pressing actively with your feet and your legs into the earth. And as you inhale, you're going to start rolling down through the spine. Exhale the hips up. Inhale, roll back down. We want to do this about 8 to 10 times to start with. But once again, just do as many as you can. After my emergency C-section, I could literally only do this 2 times before I started feeling a sharp pain, and that was my cue to stop. So please listen to your body. Exhale, roll those hips up, knees, hips, chest in a straight line. Inhale, roll back down through the back of the chest, middle back, lower back, and pelvis. And exhale back up, and inhale back down. Good. Exhale up. And inhale down. And if you need to take a break at any time, just rest. Very good. Let's do 2 more together. And then we're going to move into a really nice stretch for that lower back. You're going to pull your knees into your chest. Try to keep your tailbone on the floor. And just take a few deep breaths. Now again, if you're doing this video after a C-section, you might want to move your knees out a little bit and try to pull them into your armpits rather than onto your abdomen, just to avoid too much pressure on that scar. Good, now you can rock up or sit up. I like rocking up, so enjoy a few rocks, massaging yourself over your spine and just bringing a little bit more energy and playfulness into your session. Now let's move into a tabletop position. Make sure the tops of your feet are pressing into the earth. I want you to exhale one arm up, reaching it out in front of you, and inhale, place it back down. And alternate for 8 to 10 times. I know this exercise might not feel like you're doing a lot of work, but you're activating your transverse abs and working a little bit on your shoulder strength too. Exhale, arm up. Inhale, back down. Keep alternating your hands and try not to sway your body from side to side too much. So we're working a lot on stability here. Great, from there come down onto your forearms. We're going to practice some donkey kicks. Kicking that leg out behind you, make sure that you get a nice straight leg at the back. And breathe it back in. Exhale out, inhale back. Exhale out. Inhale back. I want you to feel your hamstrings and your glutes start to work and activate and maybe even burn a little bit. This is a great way to get rid of that cellulite. I'm not saying you have it, but if you do, this is what helped me. Good. Keep kicking out and bringing it back. And then we're going to change to the other side. 10 to 15 kicks on each side. Make sure you're not collapsing into your lower spine. So always keep your belly button breathed into your spine to give you some support in the abdomen. Exhale, inhale, kick, bring it in. Exhale, inhale. And let's push back up to our tabletop position. We're going to work those legs a little bit more, starting with the right leg. Breathe that leg out to the back and bring it back to tabletop. Now I want you to keep this position really stable. Try not to rock your weight from one side of the knee to the other side. All right, just stretch your leg out to the back. Feel the glutes and the hamstrings activate. And breathe it back in. And you can do this a little bit faster. Exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale, switch, exhale, inhale. One more. And now let's add some arms if you're ready. Let's go into Superwoman. Good. Stretching the right leg out and the left arm out. Opposite hand to foot. Try to keep your balance. Keep it really stable. Remember, no rocking about from one side to the other. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, out. Inhale, back. And I want you to have a sensation that you're reaching your fingertips and you're reaching your heel away from each other. So you have that beautiful long line of a spine. And then you bring it back to stability. Great job. Let's breathe those hands back or forwards into a child pose. And once again, if you had a C-section, you're welcome to open your knees up and breathe your belly down into the earth. If you do have your knees open and you can connect your belly and your heart to the earth, know that you are receiving healing energy pushing up at you from Mother Earth. Just keep breathing there. Relax for a few moments. Taking deep breaths into the back of your spine. Really soothing your back. And as you exhale, let go of all your worries. Let go of all your stress, all your fears. And then breathe back up to a seated position. A seated Tadasana, seated mountain pose. Let's roll the shoulders back and into the spine. Keep the chest free for a deep breath in and a long breath out. Now, if you have a yoga block, I want you to use it here by placing the block right underneath the shoulder blades and simply enjoying a rest over your block. If you do not have a yoga block, don't worry. You can use a cushion or you can roll a towel and still place it underneath the center of your spine so that you can elevate your rib cage and open your heart center. Taking deep breaths in, allow the chest bone to rise up with those inhalations. Feel the rib cage expand as you inhale. And as you exhale, simply melt into the earth. Allow your body to unfold and open over your block. Your hands can be by your sides, open at shoulder height, or you can breathe your hands over your head like I do. Feeling an expansion not only through my chest, but also through my armpits and my upper arms. Because I have a lot of tension from carrying my kids around. Continue breathing naturally. Simply allow that breath to flow in and out of the body without any effort or worry. And roll over to your side for a moment, allowing your spine to relax and welcome our bodies to rebalance. Now you can gently make your way up to a seated position. Move slowly. Do take time. Find your sitting bones firmly rooted in the earth. And again, you can bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Sending healing energy to your emotional and your physical body. Bring a smile to your face and take a deep breath in. Breathe your hands up. Allow your hands to meet and bring them down to the center of your chest, showing gratitude for your new role as mother.